Bri, welcome to Brighton and Hove Albion. How does it feel to officially be part of the club?
It's exciting. I haven't really had time to think much about it as the opportunity kind of came quick. But having said that, it's already surpassed my expectations, even just day one. So I'm just really excited to get to work.
You've previously played in the WSL with West Ham and you've went on to play in America. How much are you looking forward to being back in this league and competing in this league?
When I first left the league and a little bit of in between, I always kept looking back and, reminiscing and thinking about what could have been if I had stayed. And so to get this opportunity again to be back in the league, I'm just ecstatic and honestly just hungry again to get to work and help the club in any way possible.
Do you feel it's almost a little bit of unfinished business in this league?
Yeah, it was a bit abrupt when I initially had left during COVID, and so I didn't feel like I had much of like an end point. And so to be back again in the league, and like I said, I always kept looking back, and I was really impressed with where the league was headed, and also where the women have taken it so far. And to be back in it is just completely an honor, as well as something that I'm excited to be a part of.
Having played in America, what do you feel you've learned from your time away from the WSL that you can implement into your game as you come back into the league?
I think being in the States has just added a little bit more of an edge to my game in the sense of understanding the opportunities and taking them fully. And I'm excited to, implement some of those lessons learned in this new adventure that's in front of me.
What do you feel you can add to this squad currently for the remainder of this season?
I think that kind of goes along the same lines as talking about who I am as a player. So I think something that I can bring to the group is just an energy as well as an impact. And I find that whenever I contribute to something, it's always 110%. And everyone can expect me to do everything that I can in my power. And so really looking forward to both sides of play, both on offense and defense. I'm excited to just get to work and, have those moments of, helping the team get to where they need to be.
You're aware of how competitive the WSL League is. Is that something that motivates you when you step onto the pitch every day?
Absolutely. I think it's important, though, to remind yourself that it's a competition with yourself and your former self. And so if I can just get better in every moment, and that's why putting myself back in this league, like you mentioned, with the competitive nature of it, I think it's going to be the next big challenge for myself to develop as a player and a person.
You had mentioned that you were really excited to see where the league was going. Being here at the training ground today and seeing the facilities, is that just one of those moments that really made you understand that this was the right decision to come back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I didn't think it was going to be like this. And I had mentioned it surpassed my expectations, but I think it completely blew it out of the water. The facilities, as well as the player care and all of the resources that have been put into the women's side, is blowing my mind. I've been texting my family back at home and some of my friends in the NWSL being like, hey, look at my new digs. This is awesome. So I think it's an understatement, genuinely. Again, I mean, we just did yoga, and to have someone gently speaking into your ear for an hour completely blew my mind. And I had to ask the girls, like, you're messing with me, right? And they're like, no, like, this is actually happening. So not that I had really, really low expectations, but again, this completely surpassed what I'm used to. And it just makes that much more special for me as well as the rest of the group.
And having Jens join the club as well as the new head coach, he's a coach who has a wealth of experience in the women's game. To work under him as well in this campaign must be incredibly exciting for your own development.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited because I think some of the philosophy that he's communicated early on is hard work, and that's just like who I am as a player and a person. And so to have that opportunity to grow and knowing that a coach is aligned with that philosophically is also encouraging, and you can always turn up every day and get that much better because you have someone that's pushing you from the top down. So I'm excited to be in that environment that he creates that's competitive, and like you said, his experience is just exciting. And I've never played for a German coach, so I've played with German players, so I'm excited to see kind of their football philosophy. Everybody's approach is slightly different, and I am really excited to learn the tactics that he's going to decide for us as a group.
And there's still a lot of exciting games in the second half of the season. How much are you looking forward to embracing these challenging matches with your new teammates?
Yeah, I think I was mentioning to a teammate today that I was excited that the games had been postponed, because that just means we get more of those opportunities, and honestly that's what we look forward to as players. And although the weather was terrifying, I am excited to hopefully be on the up and up when it comes to weather moving forward, because we're approaching the summer months, so it can only get better from here.